Hey guys, it's the Pink Flamingo and I am vaping. That's right, I'm vaping again. Hi, how are you guys doing? Love my little cheesy light here, and no, I'm not flipping you off. I meant to do that and went like that. Sorry guys. And this little light here, I can't do nothing about that. Getting very close on moving, so we'll just have to deal with this little crappy place until I have a bigger space and more room. And oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get moving. Another couple weeks, like it's supposed to be the middle of July that my house will be put together and finished and everything. So I'm getting really excited about that. But today is a requested video on how to rewrap your batteries. Okay, I do this a little differently than a lot of people do, but it's safe. It's safe. I've done it for 2 years now. And this wrap right here is like the third wrap I've done put on this, because my charger has a habit of, getting it down the side. So what you're going to need is some of these. As you can see, these are the insulators. Goes on the top right there. Make sure that's good and stuck on there. You're going to need a new battery wrap. And you're going to need a candle. We'll get into that. Don't be lighting your candles up yet. Okay. First, you get your battery. Take the old wrap completely off. Stick your insulator on, as I've already done. I figured we're vapors. We're not stupid. You guys know how to stick a sticker on, right? Okay. Get your wrap out, open it, and this is the hard part. This is like literally the hardest part of the whole operation. You open your wrap up. Today I'm using ODB wraps, but I get wraps off of Amazon for like $10 for 150 of them. And you can get insulators the same way. There's like 300 insulators for like 10 bucks. So, you don't have to go out and buy the expensive wraps and whatnot. See how I did that? I kind of opened it that way, and then you just start inserting your battery. You put your insulator on your positive side, of course. Come on. This is the tricky part right here. Definitely the tricky part is getting this on. Once you get this on, especially this one, this is a 21700, and yeah, we all know those are big batteries. So you get that sucker to slide over like so, and then you just start working it all the way down. Come on, buddy. Work it all the way down. There we go. Slides just like that. Okay, once you get it in there, you're going to want to line it up. I always take this positive side and make sure that I've got enough to cover that whole insulator. But you also want to make sure you got enough to wrap around your negative side, because it's going to shrink wrap down is what it's going to do. So I just kind of fold over, push a little bit, fold over, push a little bit more. And once you get it to where, if you can see, the glossy part is right up against the positive post, that's where you want it. Okay. As you can see, the bottom has got enough to, when it wraps around, it's going to hold your battery in there. The positive post is going to be, maybe just a little hair more. There we go. Right there. So, this is how it's done. You got it in there. Now is when you're going to want to light your candle. Don't light it and then do this. Do not do that. You want a fresh flame that's not too hot. So, trusty crack lighter. Joking, it's not a crack lighter, it's a candle lighter. Always start with the positive end. Okay, and what you want to do is just kind of spin it a little, get it a little closer until it starts flattening out. See that? See how that's just kind of going around? Shrink wrapping down, shrink wrapping down, shrink wrapping down, shrink wrapping down, shrink, 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 shrink. You don't want it close enough to where it's going to burn it. You just want it to seal. And then you do it to the other end. Shrink, 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 shrink. This is also how I get the creases out of my battery wraps, because this works so well. I mean, a heat gun, hair dryer, you can use it all. I burn my hands worse on a hair dryer than I do this, to be quite honest. Normally I'm not holding the candle up either, but you know, I don't have all those fancy dancy little cameras and all that. I got a phone. And I do fine with the phone, I think. But you just keep on till you get it good and sealed up. Make sure that your bottoms and your tops are sealed. And then you'll feel those flat parts where they were flattened down. I like to make sure that I give that a good wrap around. And there you go. Wrapped, insulated, and ready to re-rock. That's all that I do. I'm serious. That's all that I do. And she's ready to go back in. And now sometimes I'll like go round and round like this to make sure that it's all flat, because some of my mods, even if I double wrap a battery, they won't go in, because I don't know why. There's just not enough battery space for thicker wraps. So I used to double wrap my batteries all the time until I got a couple mods that wouldn't take the double wraps. But yeah, you just kind of make sure you got it all sealed and ready to go. And there it is. Ready. Looking fly, looking fly. My ODB wrap ready to rock and roll. And that's how it's done. Advice of the day. Oh my gosh, almost forgot about that. Advice of the day. Well, it is better to be absolutely ridiculous than to be absolutely boring.